The next part here is inviting. So we're just going to put a quick timer on now for 10 minutes as well, focusing on inviting people. So there are so many different ways of inviting. If you have your own strategy and your own method, I don't want to take away from that, because what I find sometimes is that people come into this with their own excitement, their own creativity, their own genius, and they just figure it out and they just do it. And that's perfect. Stay in that flow if you're in that flow, because some people try and do it like I do it, or try and do it like another strategy, or the corporate goes, oh, you got to share like this. And it can, just warning, it can take you out of flow and genius. So if you have your method, stick in your own lane, right? Run your own race. This is just something that helps me, and it's something that's super duplicatable. So this is called, making sure this is working. Okay. So skill number 2, inviting people. So when looking at Healy, say you've started some conversations, you want to bring up Healy, how do you do it? How do you invite them to take a look at a video, or to have a scan, or to jump on a webinar, or to come to an event? So you've got you and the new person. And at the end of the day, people are only going to buy from us if they like and trust us, right? If they don't like you, they don't trust you, unfortunately, they're not going to buy from you. So how do you create like and trust? Well, there's a law called the law of familiarity. So if you can show up in a familiar way on social media, if you can be posting and sharing things, it doesn't have to be crazy out there. Just, the consistency of you showing up, being seen by people on social media, there's going to be more like and more trust, right? There's less, when people are exposed to new people for the first time, there's a bit of skepticism, but as you get to know someone, as you frequently and consistently post, there's going to be more connection and more trust. That's just a little side note. Now, when you want to share Healy, say you've done a scan with someone, right? You've invited someone to take a look at Healy. Maybe you've seen them in person. Maybe you've jumped on a Zoom. Maybe you've just been chatting about Healy and how amazing it is, and sharing screenshots and testimonials and videos. What do you do then? So this is called the third party. So this can be done by anyone, right? Could be the person that enrolled you, could be me, could be someone who's not in your Healy business, sideline they call it. But at the end of the day, it's someone who is in a place of respect, authority, experience, and credibility, maybe just a couple of steps, maybe a week ahead of you in the Healy journey. But when you introduce this third party to the new person, it creates a level of authority. And if you do it professionally, they want to listen. You're like, oh my gosh. So this could be an upline, as I mentioned. Now you become a connector. So like at a dinner party, you're connecting people. Hey, Jeff, this is Joe. This person does this person does that. You guys should connect. It's like a way of introducing people, and it can be done over a phone call. It could be a webinar, it could be a coffee meeting, could be in person, could be online, offline. Doesn't really matter. But this is by far the most powerful method. When you integrate third-party validation into the sharing process of you sharing the Healy, you'll have more connection, more depth, more professionalism, and more enrollments from just following just this one strategy. And so how I did it in the beginning, I didn't know much about Healy, and I'm still learning, right? So when I found out about Healy, I had one video. I had that awesome piano video, Iggy, you know the one. And I had that video, and I think I had the Caroline McMacken video that I had seen online, which is quite a longer webinar. And that one was all about microcurrent ATP production. I'll just quickly put these two videos. The Caroline. Yeah, this was the longer one. The shorter one, I don't use that shorter one anymore. I use this shorter one, which is a bit more punchy. But anyway, in the beginning, I didn't know much. So what did I do? I said, hey, this amazing frequency device is coming out. I still have no idea, but it scans your chakras. It does this, it does that. I'm so excited for it. Here's a quick video. When do you have 6 minutes to watch this? question mark. And they're like, this is crazy. What do you mean? Like, yeah, we're launching this around the world. This is so exciting. Can I introduce you to my friend who I'm working with, my business partner, or mentor in this? They go, yeah, sure. So I'd connect them with Peter Zaz, and I connected him with like literally 50 people in the first couple of weeks. And he jumped on a voice message, jumped on a phone call, and he was there to actually help close these conversations for me. And so he didn't know much more than me. He just knew like maybe like a month. He had been in Healy a month before me. And so that created credibility. And that was a great way that actually helped me get a lot of enrollments. So this could be a really easy way of doing it. This can be done over the phone, more powerful over the phone. But if it's on Messenger or in a voice message in a three-way chat, that's also fine too. Hey, name. Great scanning you and showing you the Healy the other day. I just wanted to connect you with my friend and Healy mentor, Peter, right? X, Y, and Z. They have been in the Healy now for a month, right? It doesn't have to be that long. And they've helped, or maybe now it's a year and a half. They've helped hundreds of people. He's an expert in this area. Peter, when you get a sec, or Jamie or Iggy or whoever you've connected them with, hey, when you get a sec, can you just share your story? Thank you. So Iggy's been doing this really well. I share this strategy. He's been linking me up with heaps of people. We just now got to get on the phone with these people. So that's the next follow-up. And so how do you do this? So a lot of people are like, well, what is a three-way chat? Sorry, let me close this. So I'm going to jump onto my Facebook again. And if you jump onto your Facebook, I'm just going to share my screen one more time. Okay. Alrighty. So see at the top here, this is Messenger. Can you guys see my screen? Yep. So let's say I'm connecting Iggy with my mum. Right, I haven't connected them before. Iggy's brand new to Healy. My mum's been using Healy for a while. I'd say that script, I'd say, hey Iggy, this is Tanya, my mum, and I'd talk her up. She's a naturopath and uses Healy. She's helped hundreds of people in the last, whatever it is, I'm writing that in there. Obviously, this is just an example. Hey, Tanya, hey, mum, can you share your Healy story when you get a second? So that's one way of connecting. And then my mum gets the notification, Iggy gets the notification, I'm in there as well. And then for a new person, they're learning, they're seeing how they're talking, they're seeing what videos to send, how to share Healy, they send a voice message. And then Tanya will jump in there with a voice message and a couple of videos. Hey, this is amazing, check this out. Or hey, let's jump on a call. So this is one strategy. In the old school days, there was no Facebook, there was no Instagram. It was, hey, I'd love to introduce you to someone. There's something really exciting, and jump on a phone call. So I think the phone calls are the most powerful, but up to you, right? On social media, you can do it a lot quicker, and then obviously a bit more follow-up. But yeah, your challenge right now is to, just for the next couple of minutes, what have we got here? Minute and a half. Find someone, think of someone that you've scanned or talked to about Healy, and how you can then introduce that person in a three-way chat to your sponsor, or someone that you think will resonate, or someone that can share their story, or myself. That's fine too. So I'll just quickly put the music on and go through your list, and let's find a couple of people to do a three-way chat with.